As a result of the government shutdown, nearly 37,000 Veterans Affairs employees are either furloughed or working without pay. And while the military is expected to be paid today, if the shutdown is still in effect on November 15th, those members won't likely receive their next paycheck. VA Secretary Doug Collins joins me now. Mr. Secretary, we're talking about 37,000 VA employees that are either furloughed or working without pay. Tell us about these real people that this shutdown is impacting.
Oh, these are real everyday people, Carly. It's just, I mean, the stories keep just piling up, and the hypocrisy right now, seemingly of the Senate Democrats to continue this charade. Like John Fetterman said it best the other night. He had voted for 14 or 15 times for the Biden CR. This is the same one that these same Democrats put forward, and yet now they've moved the goalpost to talk about something else that could be handled in a different way. But real stories here, real stories of folks, 37,000 people. I've got cemetery workers who are showing up, making sure that our veterans get the proper honored burial that they deserve, and they're working without pay. And I had a family just the other day came in and they was wondering, are they going to be able to have their funeral? And my cemetery director told, we will stop at nothing to make sure your veteran, your family member is honored. That's the kind of commitment that my folks at the VA have right now. And
it's sad that the individual people have to pull their stuff together because the government can't get its shit together for its own veterans. That makes me sick to my fucking stomach.
Sad that
what the fuck is wrong with these people, man? I ain't even gonna call them Democrats because I don't even give a shit. Like, what is wrong with you as a human being? What's wrong with you?
Pay.
Wow. Well, there are some services that have also stopped. So tell us about that.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you're a Republican or a Democrat or a fucking far leftist, far rightist, fucking activist. I don't give a shit. Like, think about what you're doing and how it's affecting people.
This is really concerning. One of the biggest issues we have in veterans.
It's the only thing they have because they lost everything else. Is they're going to sit here and fuck over American people again with this? God damn.
Especially the propensity of death by suicide.
I gotta stop cursing. I gotta be better than these people. I gotta stop cursing. I said it in a comment. I was gonna do better. I'm gonna do better. No cursing.
Is that transition time out of the military into civilian world. And right now, our VR&E, our vocational rehab and education, is completely shut down. So helping them get into new jobs, getting them the tools, getting them the money to start new businesses, those kind of things, is completely shut down. And those are piling up into the tens of thousands right now of requests that are going to go unanswered because they can't get, we can't get the money and the help to them as we go forward. As you look at this, now let me make sure that everybody still understands, because I want to make sure this is clear. Our hospitals, our clinics, disability benefits are all being done. So if you need your health care and you need your appointments there, your surgeries, those are all being done. But all these other things where we're actually trying to help veterans, start new lives, get those are all being affected by this. There's also another issue starting this weekend is there's 1.2 million veterans that are going to be affected by the SNAP benefit cut.
Yeah.
And I think that's just, they need to understand as well.
Exactly. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. All the while, government workers a lot of these lawmakers are still getting paid. You used to be a member of Congress. The longest shutdown was 35 days. We're now at 31. How does this one end?
Jesus.
That's a great question. I hope they just get to the table and understand, like I said, that many of the Democrats understand this is still.
We're 4 days away from the longest government shutdown in history.
CR. The appropriations process on the Hill is broken. But the Democrats now are using this broken process to hold up their own bill in many ways. Republicans offered a clean CR, just get us through the next few months so we can actually deal with these issues. Then, unfortunately, the five that are still remaining in the Senate have refused to do so. So this continues the pain inflicted. What really bothers me the most is the comments that are coming out, especially like from the number 2 House Democrat, Ms. Clark, who said, we're not going to give up the pain because that's our leverage. People are not leverage, Carly. These are people who need to be paid. We have political differences.
That's crazy that the people that are saying that are keeping this going because they're using it. That's what really kind of makes me sick about this, is that they are using this as leverage because they've lost everything else in the government because of their piss poor decisions. They had 4 years to prove what they could do for the U.S. people, and they ended up fucking us into a hole so damn deep, it's going to take us generations to get out of. And now this is the last-ditch effort. And yet again, all they're doing is hurting American people to push their stupid-ass narratives and agendas. This is just sick.
Ways to solve that. but this is time to get out of this in a big way.
Yeah, well, the government shutdown needs to end soon so we get those services, all services back up and running, and those workers.
What they need to do when they do this, whenever they decide, whenever they finally, come to the table and wheel and deal, they need to make this a permanent thing where this never happens again. So that way, the next time a full government gets it where they need to be, they don't have to sit here and worry about this. It's just done. They don't have any leverage on the current government.
VA Secretary Doug Collins, thank you for joining us.
It's disgusting, dude. It's disgusting. And you got to worry about burying veterans because they're not getting paid. It's fucking disgusting.
New Yorkers gearing up for Election Day as brand new Fox News Republican Curtis Sliwa's organization decided to back Mamdani. Before next week's election, Fernando Mateo, co-founder of the United Bodegas of America, resigning after that organization decided to back Mamdani.
Damn.
The president announcing that endorsement earlier.
The chairman did not like that, huh?
Watch.
We are proud to stand by beside Sohrang Mamdani, a candidate who understands the struggle of everyday New Yorkers. Together, we want to build a New York City that is affordable for everyone. One is our concern to be safe in our bodegas, because be safe in our bodegas is not only the bodega, it's about our community.
Here to weigh in is the founder and president of the Bodega and Small Business Group, Frank Marte. Frank, thanks for coming in. Let's pick it up right there with safety. Respond to that endorsement of Mamdani, citing safety as one of the reasons. What do you think is going to happen to safety here in the Big Apple if Mamdani wins?
Well, if Mamdani win, we're going to have a big problem with the safety, because remember that he was one of who created the problems that we are facing now with the unsafety. He was one of the ones that supported defund the police, not prosecuting, not press charge to the criminals. So we're going to have a huge problems. I don't know how my friend got convinced to say that when all of the bodegueros, they feel that they were betrayed by someone that's supposed to represent it, and they know the problem that we have been facing with the public safety. That's our number.
Can you actually, like, I'm so confused about that. So if you're here, do you have to be do you have to be born in America to run as a governor or in the government or in the state government or whatever? See, that's bullshit. See, I feel like you have to I feel like if you're going to run in a government position, you have to be born in America. Cuz like and the reason why is I see this and I'm like, those are not American flags. Why the fuck are those not American flags? Like, the decisions that you make in a government position, shouldn't they be American decisions? That doesn't, like, at all concern you that this guy is probably not even from this country and he's getting in a place of political power? That's pretty goddamn concerning.
Problem that we have been facing with the public safety. That's our number one concern that we have.
I think your questioning of why somebody who's a friend of yours in your business, bodega owners, issued an endorsement like that, especially on safety, but also on money, also on the economy. And look at this poll. I think this may be somewhat telling. According to the Fox News poll, 47% of New Yorkers think that Mamdani would do a better job with the cost of living as much.
Destroy the small business and the New York, he would create.
That's crazy.